So hi coach,
How
can
are
you
you?
introduce yourself
Sure.
briefly?
Jud Kindle, State Fair Community College. We're in Sedalia, Missouri. So we're right in the middle of the United States.
So this is second time visiting Korea.
Yep, second time.
Could you share what you think are the strengths and areas for improvement regarding Korean high school baseball student athletes or middle school? It's okay.
Sure. Both high school and middle schoolers, they're very fundamental. I think they have great coaching. When it comes to fielding ground balls, how they swing, their swing mechanics are very good. I think they do a great job of that. The bigger strengths are the fundamentals. Some of the things that the weaknesses, they need to be stronger. From learning their culture a little bit, they don't start weights till 11th grade, but learning being a little bit faster, like working on agility work, like sprints and plyo jumps and things like that, could help them be a little more explosive as athletes.
So was there any particular position they're looking for in this showcase?
Well, when we come over, we're not looking for the same people every time. We're looking for different positions to fill our rosters in the United States. So it really depends on what our freshman class coming back looks like and what our needs are for the following year. So that changes. We're always looking for arms. Arms are always a big one. We're looking for very good defensive players on the infield that can really field well, throw the ball accurate across the diamond with a strong arm. Catchers, catchers are always something that we're always looking for. So we saw some good catchers in this, yeah.
So I've heard that U.S. colleges have around 16 games or more
Yep.
in the regular season, but unfortunately Korean universities only have about 20 games a year.
Mm-hmm.
High school maybe a little more, but like it's same.
Yeah.
So do you believe the number of official games is important for improving baseball skills or to be a better player?
I do. I think something that they need more of game-wise is it helps them build a better baseball IQ. So understanding of where to be and just getting a feel for holding runners as pitchers. So the Americans have an advantage over them because of the amount of time they spend in game play. But they're so well coached here that they do have a really good understanding of where they should be on the field during. So, but the amount of games that our kids in the United States are able to play compared to the amount of games here is definitely an advantage to the American.
So I'm curious also about when student athletes in the U.S. start systematic weight training.
Mm-hmm. So they learn the fundamentals of weights in 8th grade. And by their freshman year, they're starting to lift weight. It's not necessarily about how much weight you can put up. It's about form, making sure they're doing it properly and building strength and explosiveness. Explosiveness is a big one. So it's not about lifting a ton of weight. It's about lifting the weight properly and being explosive with it. But we usually start around 9th grade. So, our high schoolers do tend to be a little more physical coming out of high school into the college ranks. But when we get our players from Korea, and I've had 3, they tend to really excel in the weight room and get stronger really quick. So, but yes, I think it would benefit Koreans if they were to maybe start a little bit earlier, especially on maybe not the weights, but more plyometric and speed training and things like that. Yeah.
In Korea, there are like kind of concerns about height or flexibility when younger student athletes start weight training early. How do you think about it?
So flexibility, I would say that is not true in the fact that it's not just about weights. They do a good job of not only a strength training in the States, but also stretching and flexibility movements. So even in our weights, the weight movements that we're doing is creating a more flexible and movement-based lifting. The height and the stunting, we don't really, I don't think that is something that America necessarily has the same belief in, that it does hinder our growth.
This final question.
Sure.
Do you have any words of advice for young baseball players, especially elementary or middle school athletes, regarding the development of amateur baseball in Korea?
Work hard, and I feel like they do that. If they do have dreams of playing at the next level or playing in the United States, work ethic is huge, and I do see that in your culture. They have such a great work ethic. The biggest difference between the American culture and the Korean culture when it comes to baseball is still just a sport, and understanding that, in our academic system, in college, we want them to get an education and be able to be doctors and lawyers and businessmen, as well as being good baseball players. So, I think focusing on that aspect is something that I think is important, because we not only want our baseball players to be successful at baseball, because we do. We also want them to be successful in other life skills. We want them to be successful adults and successful fathers. We want them to be, and I think baseball helps give them those tools.
So nice answer. Yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Yep,
Coach.
you're welcome.